So I'm here with
Evelyn. I am 27 years old. Almost kind of got me jittered, sorry. I became homeless when I was about 18 is when I was first homeless as an adult. And when I was younger, a youth, I was running in and out of foster cares through Hall's Home and all that stuff. So I don't know what all. I'm bad at this.
Nice to meet you, Evelyn.
Nice to meet you too.
Whereabouts are you from originally?
I'm originally from Calgary, Alberta. Born and raised here.
How was your childhood growing up here?
It was rough, but I was basically the mother of two of my youngest brothers from 14 till they were taken away before I turned 18 because I got out of my control. I just couldn't stand no more of the abuse with my parents and them just literally grabbing us and hitting us and stuff like that. And just I couldn't stand it no more, so I just ran away from it. Instead of being there for my brothers, I guess I kind of just ran away from all of it and just said, F it all. Oh, yeah, that's what that went to.
And how long have you been homeless?
I've been homeless from 18 years old until now, which I'm 27. So and I'm still homeless, going on homeless still. So it's been 7, 8, almost 8 years.
What have the last 8 years been like?
Some has been okay and some has been pretty fucked up. I've got to say that the transit cops, I'm not gonna lie, I don't treat people very well, especially when they're homeless. Most of them don't, some of them do, but most of them, 90% of them like to kick us off camera or like to beat the shit out of us. I've had a couple of episodes where they just take me off of here and they just kick the shit out of you and just leave you there because you're just being apparently a piece of shit that belongs on the side of the road that they don't give a fuck about. So, and that's exactly where it's from some of the peace officers themselves. So, when I found out about that and about the cops and what's going on with them, that not treating us right either, it's getting more and more intense and more. There's more things to worry about than just us homeless people. Believe me, with me, I don't really do much harm. I do more self-harm than harm to others. I don't have really much of a criminal record. My record's pretty clean, outside of one outstanding warrant, but it's just for a transit ticket, right? But nothing too big. I'm no I don't have no records of anything that I've done or didn't do, right? Off record, I can't say what I did or didn't do, right? So that's where that's good. Yes. Because things that people know, things that people don't know is where it lays, right? My ass is on the line too with some things, right? So I can't just blurt out every single thing that's happening to me, but I mean, I can say that it hasn't been easy, and it's never going to be easy as long as I keep on with this addiction that I have, as long as I keep on with this life that I have. It's never going to change for me unless I change the circle myself, and I know that.
What?
I don't know how to change it. It's the thing. Everybody's doing everything for me, making everything that I have. The last 3 years, my ID, my bank card, all that shit, the fraud identities, practical me, and definition of character on me. They've done, they done a lot of shit to me that I didn't even know about until I looked into it. So it's fun.
Do you remember when you started using drugs?
I started using crack when I was 16 years old. That's when I started first using drugs. Outside of weed, I've always been quiet since basically I came about whether there's one that way. But when I was 14 years old, I started quiet. But when I was 16, I got crack. And then I went from crack to tech after 2 years of crack. And then I went from side to just down. And I just kept just doing down.
What made you start using crack?
It's because I wanted to numb my thoughts that were in my head that were just going wild, and it wasn't helping it. At the time, I realized it was going to get worse, so I stopped it. So I tried to find something a little bit better issues, my thoughts, and then I decided I wanted to kill myself one day, and my mom passed away, so it's happened today. I said, okay, I want to be with him, and I got into town, and yeah, just destroyed my life from that point on, basically. And that's weird, but the first time when I started it was when I was 14 to do hard drugs. Crack is kind of considered a harder drug than weed is nothing, right? And weed you can come off and on and off. Crack I got off of cold turkey on my own. Tech I started using less and less as I was using more and more down. I found I just started to days, down, you know. And that's where it's clicked, and that's kind of where it stayed.
When did you start using down?
I started about, I'd say 10 years ago, but then I stopped a year. Cold turkey, I stopped because I had a kid. Okay, so I stopped when I was in pregnancy. I just said, no, he doesn't need it, you know, I had a healthy baby boy. It's not, I gave it to foster care, permanent adoption, because I knew that I was going to go back to using again, and he did not need to be out here with me. On the streets is not where he belongs, and that was a more mature decision on my part, I think, than anything else. So,
What are some of the craziest things you've seen while being homeless?
One of the most, I'd say, most shocking thing I've seen is when the transit cops they really don't give a fuck. They don't care. Like, it surprises me still to this day that, like, they take people that are sleeping or whatever, they just yank, some of them just yank them off the train. I've seen them actually, like, fighting with them, get the bags go flying, you know, and everything. They're trying to grab their shit, and they're telling them they can't, you know, because they have to get off the train. And it's too bad for them that they lose their stuff, you know. It's just, I don't think it's a fair game to play authority over everything. You know what I mean? Like, there should be a certain line that they shouldn't be able to cross, and I think that they've crossed it many times. And when I first seen that, I was absolutely shook. Like, I didn't think it was true until I seen it in person. I was like, wow, this world is shit.
So basically the transit police try and act like actual police.
Yeah, they try to, like, act like they have the authority over what you grab, what you don't grab on the train. Like, if they knock your bag off of you, let's say that they're grabbing you, they're trying to say you know how to grab your shit. It's too bad. You have to go and report to lost found. The lost found basically has their back on it. Basically, if you take it to court, you have no say on it because you have nothing. Is basically what they're saying. You have nothing. You have nothing. You know, but it's not true though. That's not true at all. I think if we all stood up and got together, we could have something. You know, but I don't think that's fair or right for them to try to push that kind of authority on us like that, you know, because they have rules that they have to follow. They're not cops. They're like kind of cops, but they're not. They're like halfways, I'd call them. Really. But whenever people say look out for 6, I look out. I say when I say 3, that means it's transit police because they're only halves. Maybe that's why I get my shit kicked out. That could be one of the reasons. Yeah, but.
What do you think could be done to help homeless people in Edmonton? Or in Calgary,
In Calgary or in Edmonton, well, in both places, I think. Here, well, we have shelters and stuff, but then we get banned from them, right, for life because we spray somebody, for example, like that we're protecting our friend or whatever, we spray them, they only see one half of the story, right, and then they ban the one person for life, right. And now, is that fair? No, I don't think so. Especially with this weather temperature getting lower and that, like, it's not fair for people to die and freeze out here, right? Just because they do a simple thing that obviously they felt like they need to protect something, right? And they feel like nobody else is protecting it. So I don't know. I think that they should maybe consider on what they bar and what they banned a little bit, and instead of banning somebody for life for one incident, maybe take into consideration of the weather, you know, and like how much room they actually do have, you know. Like they have more shelters here in Calgary. They don't have any in Edmonton, really. They should put some down there too. That could help, right? Yeah, the only thing that they have in Claresholm is a rehab. They don't have like housing for homeless in Claresholm at all. So So like maybe put some down there too, you know, like some like DIs or something, or, like because I know it's a small town, but like maybe one shelter, just in case there's like homeless people that come in there. Like when I went there, like I met my dad down in Clar Zone, and like he made it so I was on the street, and it's like hip snow, deep snow, like the snow is up to your hips out there, like, and that's one day of the blizzard. That's because there's no building, even if it's all land, right? So like you're screwed if you don't know what you're doing out there. Like, you're screwed. I was lucky enough to find somebody that actually helped me, and he just kind of took me under his wing when I was there. But outside of that, if you don't have that kind of like leverage, that kind of benefit, you're fucked if you don't have a home up there. Like you're screwed unless you want to rehab. But shouldn't be forced on people to be into drugs or not, right? Like it should be a choice. Like if you're gonna change, you're gonna change on your own, right? But like I think the staff actually, you know, one thing that could change in here in Calgary is that the staff could care more. Maybe, you know, start showing a little bit of heart and a lot less give a fucks. Maybe then we'd stop showing it to them. You know, because we're only showing them what they're showing us, right? Because that's how they come across. Even the ones that I thought were okay, it became just hectic because people just wear them down. And I understand you have to go through bullshit every day, I understand that, but you get paid to do this job, you know what I mean? Like they get paid to be there for us. They're really not. Maybe they should reconsider doing a little bit more like interviews or something on other people or on those accent people again, and see if they actually can fit into the categories that they need to fit into, right? In order to be there, instead of just letting them go and just, you know, like the DI, when you come in, you used to have the gate closed. It's wide open, anybody can come in and out as they please, and staff don't even care. That's how bad it's gotten. Like, and that's over like half a year that I've been there. And I was there like last year in the middle of the year, and it was like the gate was shut, you know, and everything was okay. Like you searched, you know, for like any weapons, whatever. Right? Now it's just in and out. Who cares? I think that's crazy. Like, and somebody come in with like a gun or a knife and kill somebody, and nobody would even give a shit. It's becoming like the streets, like how out here is, you know, and out here is, you know, really. Only thing that's different about the shelters and out here is that it's warmth and it's a home, somewhere to go, somewhere to sleep. That's supposed to be safe, but it isn't really that safe. You have to sleep with your shit underneath you still, but yeah, that's the only thing that's different. It's warmth. That's it, really. So we could change it something. I don't know. We could change something to do with that, really. I think that's pretty much it. Just some of the staff need to realize that just because somebody shout in their parade doesn't mean they're done. So it doesn't mean they have to do like that towards me, right? I'm never like disrespectful towards them ever. I'm always nice and respectful towards anybody. Like, and I don't get why people always treat people like shit, even if you treat them good. You know, it's kind of a selfless game. You know that people, I don't know, in general, just get this mixed. I think the staff start to, the people that come to the staff, they start to rub off on the staff with their attitude, right? So the staff become kind of attituding back and not giving a crap. And like I was asking for supper, and it's 5 o'clock, like for next month, you know, they didn't feed me for like 3 days. I was in there for 3 days, they didn't feed me at all. They didn't even offer me one meal. And their job is to make sure everybody's fed, you know? And it's like, I just felt like I might as well just go back outside, like, a better chance out here than I do in there. Because at least out here I can make some money and at least get some food, right? And there, God knows, right? And then if you complain to them, time complaining, it's like 6 o'clock, and then they're like, oh well, supper is already past like an hour ago, so you don't get to eat. You only get snacks if we got any. And they never have snacks. And it's like, it's supposed to be a shelter that's supposed to feed people, but you don't have food to feed them. How does that make any sense? And the DI drop-in center is the biggest shelter we have in Calgary, aside from mustard seed, right? So like mustard seed, I think is a good, if you ever do become homeless, or I think the mustard seed is the #1 place place that you should go, honestly. It's the best place. That's the most help that you can get is there, because they're structured and I know they're for rehab, and I know they're like really work on get people clean. I've been in there before too, and I wasn't clean, you know. But I just told them it was an emergency shelter, so they helped me out way more one night than the day I can in 2-3 weeks, you know. So it's just I think that's kind of just crazy. I don't know. It's just my personal opinion, I guess. Overall, right? It's not. It's just what I think. Right?
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.